person is a sister who's very attractive, and know if she goes into networking, people are going to want to more be with her than mess with her product.
Right.
How do you reconcile, these two individuals in the networking space who can go in and maximize without compromising themselves if they're an attractive woman? And if the brother is, not so confident, how can he grow in confidence to start to really benefit from the network?
And for a sister, that's a great question, because I know women suffer a lot with this, right? And number one, right, being good looking, it's a gift and a curse, right? Because a person may observe and judge you based on your looks first. Right. And they may have a lower conscious business they want to do with you, rather than what you're talking about. Right. But how you present yourself is very key, because some women use their attributes to get in the door. And then when they're in the door, the people inside are distracted because of the attributes. So they can no longer think of the business part, something else on the mind.
Right.
So there's a certain level of professionality that goes into it. The same way, if I walk into a place dressed a certain way and I look like a nigga, they may not take the conversation as serious. If I'm dressed in a suit, or I'm dressed in wealth, right? Or I'm introduced by somebody else. So unfortunately, you exist in a man's world where your professionality and your value, right, has to be so on point and so key, and you have to be able to create the what's the key word I'm looking for, but for the lack of a better word, the barriers. You understand me? Well, people know that you're serious. So when you come in serious, sometimes you don't be extra firm with the handshake. Your sister be going a little above and beyond with that. You know what I'm saying? Brother, what's going on, sister? I know you a sister. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. You understand me? But at the end of the day, you have to come in with that professionality, and you have to come in with value, because unfortunately we live in a world where they may count you out at first. But now women doing more business, you're now seeing more keen that more men want to do more business with women. Right. I would rather work with women because women are real go-getters these days. Right. You give them an idea and they running towards it. And so if you know your stuff, you professional, you valuable, you understand me? And you know how to keep everything professional, a person is going to learn to respect that. The same way when they see a Muslim sister, the same brother that might have harassed another sister, he might show respect to this sister. Why? It's because she's designed herself in a different capacity than he's used to harassing. So he's used to harassing a certain look. The same way a white person or a nigga on the street used to harassing a certain look from a black person. But when you come in a different look, wait a minute, I don't have a design for this interaction. I got to interact with this person a little more civilized than I normally do, because that's not the way my ignorance is set up, or that's not the way my bias is set up. So design is key when you're talking about self-development, how you walk in a room. How do you want to be seen? Right? How do you want people to interact with you? How do you want to be able to control the atmosphere in the room and the elements to where you can get to your goal and leave nothing by chance?
So that has, all of that you mentioned has to be premeditated.
Absolutely.
So the individual has to think it through before they present themselves. Very cool.